Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Today I have another donation request from Linda. Linda, as always, thank you so much. She's asked me to check out a new song by Ren and Chris Webby. It's called Inpatient, Down the Road. Now I've been seeing some thumbnail reactions, other people reacting to this for a few days. So I knew this was one that I wanted to get done. So, Linda, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I have a lot of other Ren stuff that I need to do as well. And to be fair, Chris Webby, been meaning to circle back around to him as well. Before we get started, if you would like to request a specific reaction, you can click on a donation link down in the description, include the details of the song you'd like me to hear, and I will add it to my list. I also take notes during my reactions so that I don't have to pause the song a bunch of times. I may still pause it here and there, but if you see me looking down, I'm just writing down a few things so that I can remember what I want to say when it's time to talk. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
I took my possession down the road. All that I own down the road. Set out at night time down the road, down the road, down the road. And with God as my witness, down the road, there stood a man down the road, dressed in the shadows, down the road, with blood on his veins, down the road. There was something so familiar about him.
Sorry.
With blood on his veins, down the road. There was something so familiar about him. A certain kind of aura pouring all around him. Looking fresh to death, his suit, it was astounding. I caught his eye and then I felt like I was drowning. Down the road. Standing at a crossroad and the dull glow of the lit bowl flicker silently, quietly tiptoed down the long road, and the man spoke to me quite excitedly. Hello, dear friend, no. And he tipped his hat and he smiled invitingly. Who knows why you felt this, but I felt like someone lit a fire in me. And I felt my stomach.
Okay, stop. Okay, so this feels like it's got kind of the word crossroads was mentioned, and I know it's a song and a movie about selling your soul to the devil. And then he's speaking of this dark figure. So I don't know if that's playing a role in this, but I didn't even get a chance to write that down. So I needed to stop it and mention that. I'm going to rewind it quite a bit here. Yep, dressed nicely. Had an aura. Something familiar about him.
A certain kind of aura pouring all around him. Looking fresh to death, his suit, it was astounding. I caught his eye and then I felt like I was drowning. Down the road. Standing at a crossroad and the dull glow of the lit bowl flicker silently, quietly tiptoed down the long road, and the man spoke to me quite excitedly. Hello, dear friend, no. And he tipped his hat and he smiled invitingly. Who knows why you felt this, but I felt like someone lit a fire in me. And I felt my stomach turning, I turned and I tried to find the word inconcerned, and the feeling disconcerting. It's strange, but I felt this weird yearning, a craving for something that was urging me over. And then they start conversing. I reached out my hand, he shook it during. He leaned in and said something disturbing. All I gotta know is your desires. Is it fame or fortune you aspire? To get up out this life that you've been living. Follow me, I'll walk you through the fire. I got every...
Yeah. Okay, so sounds like Chris is playing the role of this darker character. Okay, I don't want to keep pausing it, but yeah, I think I know where this is going.
Like someone lit a fire in me. And I felt my stomach turning, I turned and I tried to find the word inconcerned, and the feeling disconcerting. It's strange, but I felt this weird yearning, a craving for something that was urging me over. And then this
that guitar.
I reached out my hand, he shook it during. He leaned in and said something disturbing. All I gotta know is your desires. Is it fame or fortune you aspire? To get up out this life that you've been living. Follow me, I'll walk you through the fire. I got every every type of flavoring. You should see the budget of the catering. I don't wanna come off as a salesman, but I got the taste that you've been savoring. Let your pain go, let the flames grow. I'll read every thought that's on your mind, cause I know you got a name, so why don't you just write it on this line? Here I got a pen and everything. Who needs a wedding ring? I offer the divine. I don't think you fully understand, but I promise that you will in time, so just make a choice. So I stood frozen at the crossroads of time, took hold of his paper, and I leant down to sign.
Boy.
I still remember back where I was from. See, I was the favorite, the morning sun. See, I had ideas, but they said they're too grand, so they casted me out without reason to doubt. Now there's blood on my hands. See, I've been that one with the silver tongue. Yeah, they say I'm falling, but never run, following the calling. I've been all in with the barrel of a loaded gun, aimed at the masses, at their masses. Yeah, the darkness gon' get you. You can say a prayer if it helps you. That cross won't protect you from the light, bringing lost angel. Shit, I only came to entertain you, but since we made ourselves a deal, you gon' be my fucking puppet till it breaks you. I'ma chain you to the ground, I'll enslave you. Look around, ain't nobody coming here to save you. I'ma take you way down, cause yeah, I know I've been around, but still I got some shit to prove, and I don't really give a fuck how it's gotta happen, but just know that you gotta fucking deal with the devil written. So shut up and listen to play me some blues, and just know the choice that you made today will be the last thing that you ever choose.
Yeah. This was obviously about wanting something so much that you quote unquote sell your soul to get it. I know a lot of people claim that they know about God and the devil existing for real. I've never had that experience, so I don't know if this whole thing about selling your soul to the devil is literal. I'm highly skeptical of that whole thing as far as an actual devil. However, I believe that there are humans on this planet, particularly in the music industry, that you could describe playing that role. I have heard of situations where artists completely give up everything, control of their own lives, many other things that I'm not going to get into, just to have fortune and fame. I've seen it destroy people. I've seen it completely wear people down to nothing. This obviously describes that process of wanting something so much and giving up so much of yourself, essentially your soul, to have it. That was obvious in that song. That was really gritty. Run was the vulnerable one with the more internal vocal delivery, like that was coming from inside, and Chris was the more direct, grounded, kind of playing the role of this evil entity, or I don't know if it's an entity or a human being. It could be both. I don't know. Just explaining, sign this paper. I mean, there was so much visually in this as well. I saw pens. He talked about signing this document. You literally heard him signing it. Before he did that, he was kind of a solid character. And then after he did that, I remember seeing him walking, and he was just like filled in with scratches. So it kind of represented being empty to me, or maybe a shell of himself. And that's kind of what I was trying to get at earlier with people who sign certain contracts in the music industry with some people that don't really care about them, just want to make money off of them and just work them to death. They end up becoming a shell of themselves. So I don't know if they're trying to portray this in a religious aspect or an industry aspect, but I have heard both scenarios being a thing. As I said, that was incredibly gritty. The theme was so dark and creepy, and the imagery really helped to connect that. The lyrics also really helped to connect that. I got this sense of, like, I could almost feel this as if it was my own, this struggle and like inner conflict from Ren's character. And then I also felt the confidence of Chris's character, like, this is just how it is. And I felt this, I don't know how else to say, this confidence, but this power confidence. I thought musically it was also brilliant. You've got hip hop beats with some really nice electric guitar, which, Ren is famous for doing. I think the thing that's caught Mike about Ren is that, he's not a rap fan, but the way Ren does his rap, it's more spoken word, but there's also rock elements in there, and there's just a shit ton of talent there, and I think he recognizes that. I'm just trying to focus on how I actually feel emotionally after listening to that. Conflicted. I've been hearing stories about like Robert Johnson doing this to become one of the best blues artists there ever was. Lots of blues people doing it, classic rock, Eric Clapton talks about it. The Devil Went Down to Georgia. There's all kinds of reference throughout musical history to this very phenomenon. I'm just not sure, as I said earlier, if it's an actual devil thing, because I don't have proof that that really exists, or if it's just evil or manipulative human beings that you could describe as devils who do these things to people who want success, which it really makes me appreciate people like Ren and Chris, Webby and Aurora, who kind of take their own path and don't make deals with industry people. I mean, not to say that they won't ever, but just the paths they've chosen. Ren in particular, I'm more familiar with his journey. He's done it very smart and a lot differently. A lot of it is through reactions. Put his stuff out on YouTube. It got reacted to. It's really good. So, of course, it was like a snowball effect. From the time I started reacting to him to now, it's just incredible the growth that he's gotten. Even Chris Webby, I can't remember how many subscribers he had when I did the couple of songs with him involved, but I think he's almost up to 800,000 subscribers, and I know it wasn't that high when I checked him out. So I am happy for these two. Always happy to see artists succeed through alternative means other than selling themselves to the record industry or the music industry. Because, that world is something that's generally not a healthy environment. from what I've seen. So, Linda, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do this sooner rather than later. I appreciate you. Thank you all so much for being here to watch. I will see you next time.